Fnatic.
Yeah, well, we're going to see the game now, guys, so I'll throw it to our casters who are going to take you through all the action. It's DDK and Sadakist. Let's go.
All right, Fnatic and Team Liquid. Excellent match to kick the day off with here at MLG X Games. And already we are into the pistol here. Fnatic going to be relying on Olofmeister just to hold down Banana. He spotted quite a few players there, but look, in the meanwhile, his teammates are pushing all up middle here, so they're going to sandwich this push. Liquid have to get up there quickly onto that site before the flank comes.
And they had to spot out that bomb as well because it's lurking in the backside of apartments, and they do want to try and sell them over toward B and get in A, but as you said, that push up middle did give them that line of sight as they tried to enter in through that apartment door, so the bomb is relocated. As we see Olaf inside the site, Pronax pushed all the way down on a tree as well. It's gotten in behind the nap line, gonna take him down, so Fnatic off to a flying start on the CT side, making it easy. As Crims takes down Nitro now as well, so Dap's the only one remaining for Team Liquid in this opening round. Adren's gonna drop now, pardon me, he was still on the board, but very little HP. So now Dap's pinched entirely inside Banana, trying to get one for consolation, but can't get anything as he runs out of ammo, and Crims will take him down. So 1-0 Fnatic already. Liquid starting on the hard side. I've got it all to do now.
Yeah, that was an excellent round there from Fnatic. That push down middle gave them so much information that when Team Liquid slowed the push down, we're kind of posturing towards that B push. Fnatic had the information to actually understand like what they were trying to do there. So that push just completely failed, and already kicking it off with a nice start with all the money, winning the pistol there for the CT side. That's how you want to kick things off here. And Liquid going with pistol armor buy.
Yeah, important to note that Tech9, one CZ out for Fugly. They're going to try and rush it right up Banana, but immediately Crims drops on Fugly. So that's slowed, as Olaf now will try and do some more damage with his FAMAS. They'll smoke it off as well. Olaf does in the end manage to pick up Nafly, but Adren and Nitro still alive. Try to readdress things toward middle. JW thought about throwing that grenade and would have done good damage. Actually, Adren only on 19 should have taken him down easily. Nice shot by Nitro though, so at least they do get one gun out of the hands of the counter-terrorists. But again, they are still working with those pistols, and any damage they can do is better. Crims and Olaf are low HP right now as well. It should be noted, 23 and 5. They haven't managed to collect JW's rifle. They've secured that well on the Fnatic side, so it's just a matter of time here before Liquid should drop out of this round as well.
Yeah, their goal here is just to get some more damage done. Another kill or two would be fantastic. To just do some damage to the economy, force Fnatic to drop some guns on the following round in the freeze time. And other than that, there's not much hope here to get a plant down. But we are going to see Liquid having to go for basically another safe, a complete safe in this next round, as they didn't get the bomb down on the pistol. So it should be another easy one here for Fnatic, kicking things off before stuff starts to get quite interesting, before we actually get into that full buy from Liquid on the T side. Absolutely, yeah, no, and one of the things they mentioned is, yes, this is Fnatic, and it is on Inferno, but Inferno is also Liquid's best map. When they were Denial ESCA LAN back in December, they almost beat Titan on it in the first game of the tournament, and the way they did it was CT-sided. They've got to pick rounds up on T to make that even possible, and it was patience that came to play in for them. Actually, they frustrated Kenny S entirely, so, but they've got to get the job done on the attacking side first. They need the rounds on the board. Like you said, full save this one, so they can't hope for too much, but then they'll get into the gun rounds. Crim's going to make it easy as he walks down all the way to the bottom of Banana. Will catch out on Daps. The rest of them, though, as we see here, are lurking in toward that alt middle, and JW pushes all the way through the smoke, collects Nafly, and smartly falls back. No need to throw his life away and keep the two-man advantage. He also rotates around, catches Nitro, and Adren on the boost as well, so JW already up to 3 in this round. And Fugly should drop soon, and then we'll head on to the rifles. I actually like here that Fnatic just kind of went a bit aggressive all over the place, because they know they're up against Glocks. They knew there was pistol on in the previous round, and so they didn't have to worry about any close range headshots or anything like that. They just mowed them down. Didn't even lose a single player there. So JW's going to be able to put himself on the knob as soon as he wants to, and that's again a huge danger factor there to kind of blow up the T strats before they can really get going. And Liquid being behind on the economy, losing the pistol round, that kind of play could be really dangerous. But Fnatic are going to go for the very economic approach. Not going to buy anything else, just going to stick to what they have and upgrade to the AKs should they win this round. So this is a good opportunity here for Liquid to win some of these pick battles. But once again, aggression on Banana from Fnatic.
Nafly, though, does do the first blood for Liquid, and although Crims did take him down, Nitro made the trade even, and every trade that goes the way of the terrorists is advantage to them, because that forces the defense to relocate and spread out across the map. So 3-on-3, still full health for all the players that are remaining. AK's up. And actually, Olaf's traded out already and grabbed an AK for himself as he sits still in that bottom of Banana, that smoke giving him a little bit of cover. Pronax falling back, covering off the top middle. So it's good positioning from Fnatic. They do still have everywhere they need to be covered. And Liquid trying to find that opportunity. The best opportunity would be to get Olaf out of Banana right now and rush up there before Pronax could rotate through CT.
So that's a resmoke there. It's going to be very, very annoying for Liquid. They can't push through unless they've got the flashes. In theory, they can actually try to identify the fact that that smoke being there means that with 3 players left on Fnatic's team, that maybe they can just barrel down one guy, move through the smoke, flash over, and they can actually push Banana. This is quite a common move in spots like this. And they're actually going to go for the move now towards Banana.
It's so much what Thorn was talking about, though, how these guys can delay so much time. There's only 30 seconds left in the round, and those double smokes, Liquid didn't have the confidence to run through them. And look, now he's going to drop out another smoke as he picked one up as he fell back into the site. So again, he delays them in only 20 seconds. They've got to commit, which tells Pronax he can get on his horse over toward B, but it's not going to matter as Olaf mows them down as they enter into the site. A huge play. They had no idea he was there, and that gives them the first gun round as well. So 4-0 already. Fnatic off to a flying start.
Yeah, super smart move there to just go close behind the smoke. They have to rush. I mean, this is why starting off with a great economy on the CT side is so crucial on this map, because it just turns the favor around massively, because being able to use those smokes is so abusive. You can waste so much time, and we even see like all these smokes over from the A side of the map into B to just delay B more and more, and it can be so frustrating for the teams to actually break that. And so far, Fnatic are playing it picture perfect. Good aggressions on Banana, and once again, Liquid just buying a few pistols here just to even up the money to give them the buy in the following round. But this is not looking like a good start at all for them. And JW's not even picked up an AWP yet, so things to get much more interesting here for them when that actually does occur. But just throwing their lives away right now, trying to see if they can get onto a kill or a bomb plant. But Fnatic looking fantastic, very confident so far. Good pace from them today.
That's right, JW already on that triple as well, and every round he can hold on to a rifle against pistols is more economy he'll have for the AWP later, and he makes it a quad kill now as he gets a Dren, so Fnatic looking untested so far.
And we might just see JW pick up the AWP soon anyway, because their economy is getting so damn good that there's just no real risk to doing that. So here we go, once again, Liquid able to field a buy. However, are Fnatic going to keep playing this aggressive Banana style that kind of locks them out of some options early in the round on the map control? If they keep up a play like that, then it's going to be really interesting to see how Liquid will respond, because that's one of the hardest things to deal with. But they're actually switching up their style right now. Instead, going for a bit of a middle-of-the-road smoke here on Banana, just making Liquid's life a little bit harder. But this round, we should see better map control from Liquid here for more options. But equally, Fnatic looking much more defensive in their posture here. JW, though, looking for a bit of an aggressive peek. Going to spot one player down towards bench here. So not a huge amount of info either way for each team.
No, not at all. And Nitro sitting on only 14 gives the slight advantage towards Fnatic. And JW is going to make it even more so as he takes him down, peeking out toward middle. He also, I believe, spotted up the player that is located up toward the bench. And that's going to give him even more information, although Adren has managed to fall over onto the opposing side of alt middle. Find himself another location. Adren's going to get JW because he was caught with a flash out. So there's one on the entry, but Pronax immediately rotates and covers off the position that was void and shuts Daps down. So now they still are one man to the good on the Fnatic side. If they can get through and get around, it's all Pronax on the truck side. We'll see if they can get around on him. It's going to be Nafly that's going to be the man peeking. Pronax isn't phased at all. He's not going to change his angle. He's just waiting, and he tries to get the shot, not able to connect it, as the truck blocks the bullets that time, and actually Flush has rotated around and gotten inside the site as well. So they think it's going to be a full truck side push, but they've actually gone back toward the arch. Luckily, though, Olaf is in that position to hold them off as he's come out of B, and now Fugly's going to have to try and do work. Pronax forced back inside the pit because they're pinching on him, but he gets Nafly. Great reactions, and now he's going to fall back in behind the statue. Flush, as I mentioned, inside the site will also get a Dren, so Fugly all that remains, and again, he gets dropped. So only one kill again for the terrorist side. Liquid need to get more kills on the board.
Yeah, that was like one of those really common situations where they managed to get the CTs down to 4 players. And so what this causes is, for most CT sides, they're going to play like a standard reaction to that. They're going to split, 2 players to each site. So if that's true, then usually if they want a stronger defense on A, that means there's 2 around quad sites. So the arch kind of opens up here. But Fnatic, you can see how experienced they are. They take amazing setups. They know exactly how to deal with this kind of play. And JW going to go for the first aggressive picking with the AWP down on middle. This is what everyone wants to see here. He is the wild card, the guy that's unpredictable, can be anywhere. And Liquid have yet to feel the sting of his AWP. But I'm sure they will soon enough.
And it is a very potent op. There's a mighty sting to come from it, so finally online. They're going to smoke him off, though. That forces him back just a little bit. He'll try and relocate inside Boiler. Crims is under fire as well as they try and spam through that smoke top Banana, but again, they re-smoke it. We're already a minute in, or pardon me, with a minute remaining in the round. they'll delay this even further. They're so good at that. Banana being such a choke point, it's really hard to get through that.
And JW is looking for some picks into second mid there, and his teammate Prone actually was putting a support there for him, is actually going to get taken down. So Apartments is slowly becoming under Liquid's control, and JW going for another peek on middle will get taken out by Nitro. Big opportunity here now on the A site for Liquid.
Flusha falling back to cover off that position as well, but they are 2 men down, so Liquid, the best opportunity they've had to get on the board, but they've still got jobs to do because Olaf's rotated around, although they've got him down to 5 HP. Dap's going to find 1 kill, although Olaf jumps up, makes it a double as he gets Fugly, and Apartments drops and takes a Dren, but then Daps responds, so the trades are good. Crims comes through, that flash covers off on Nafly, but he's in a 1-on-2 post plant, all to do. They're both stacked up in the site. They'll try and smoke him off, but he did spot out Nitro first. I think he's going to try and readdress it and run all the way back around the mid side. Dap's going to head toward Graveyard, see if he can get positioning there. And here comes Crims. He's got a crossfire set on him, 1 in Grave. Oh, he didn't spot him up, actually. I thought he might have. So now he's still looking inside the site. And if they can get the free shot, and they do, Daps, great round, picking up the hat trick. Gets Liquid on the board, 6-1. You don't need many in Inferno. Of course, against a team like Fnatic, you're going to want as many as you can get, but 4 to 5 rounds is possible. They got to start now.
Yeah, and that round actually, they managed to exploit the fact that JW wanted to play aggressively in Apartments to try to just provide more presence, get a pick. Pronax was supporting him. He got picked off. That's okay. That's fine. But then JW went for an aggressive peek on middle, and that's really that kind of aggression, that kind of risk taking is what can allow Fnatic to sink or swim in many spots. But here you go. We're going to see him open up the round with a push on Banana this time, and it does get smoked off here. And once that smoke goes away, JW might just be here. In fact, they're going to boost him on top of the smoke, and oh, he gets the shot onto Nitro. Excellent pick there. Spots the bomb as well. A lot of damage done to JW and Crims, but they are going to fall back here now.
And they will do just that. Again, JW on that 15 HP. They did good damage, but they can't get the trade. Oh, that nade. Tries to catch out on Nafly. Takes him down to 55 as it actually went off just beside his ear, so well placed. Good awareness from Fnatic, but it's still just passive. They still buy time so well. And Liquid unable to find any opportunity to get map control. They've actually given up entirely on middle, rotated Daps and Fugly in toward the Apartments. Olaf's outside below the atrium, so they can get into Boiler. But with Flusha and Olaf set up with a crossfire, it won't be much more than that. They're going to have to find some magic and some beautiful accuracy. Dap's going to try and double flash, pop out. Doesn't find anyone on that shoulder peak because they've actually fallen off. So this is an opportunity, but he's got to turn around. That smoke's going to give away any second. And Olaf's still there. Daps at least does find JW. That gives him the arch side.
This is really interesting, actually, because Daps, he was kind of just being a lurker there, and they decided that, wait a second, screw it, let's just go back to A now, and they're going to push into the quad side, and they're looking quite good on this, taking down Pronax as well. Daps going to go down, so the defense is there, but there's a man advantage now for Team Liquid. Can they turn this around here? The bomb will get planted, and Flusha will be smoked off. This is a great effort here now, post-plant, for Liquid to actually take this round and put it 6-2. But can they actually hold on now?
Well, that's the question. They've got to continue this positional play as the bomb continues to tick. And I called them out a few rounds ago. They got to find those kills and get into the sites. Well, they've done it beautifully on A now twice, and Fnatic's going to have to address that, especially because they fell off of that arch side so quickly. That allowed this all to be possible. Flusha going for a really long rotation. Actually, I think they're going to give up on this. They're just going to save their guns. Yeah, looking for exits at this point. And Flusha's in good position to actually find them as, yep, gets one on a Dren. He was low HP, dropped down. He's going to try and do battle with Fugly. Actually, he's going to fall back off it, use the time to his advantage, get one more shot in, but he won't do it. So he'll hold on to the M4s. 4 men survive, and another round for Team Liquid, 6-2. This is not a terrible comeback, or at least a terrible start to the later part of the half.
I think that last round you want to throw a lot of props there to Adren because, and also Daps making the frank there on Arch side. But Adren to actually changing up the call at a moment's notice because they were going to go for that B push and just have Daps be a bit of a lurker there. But we're into this new round here, JW and Olaf picking up the AWP. So 2 orbs here, that's not incredibly common on the CT side here. So will they be able to actually pull this off and make a good defense with this? Or will Liquid find a way to exploit it?
And it's JW that's in the more aggressive position in Banana, where he gets faced head on, but he doesn't feel phased at all as he takes down Nafly. Adren fell to the other op just before that, so the double op play coming out rather strong. Just to go back to your point as well, Daps and Adren are actually doing a bit of a hybrid call. We said Adren was the main caller, but Daps is still providing quite a bit of input. So the experience of Adren and Daps knowing his teammates, we'll see how it all plays out.
I'm going to go for that B push here, the last ditch effort for them to try to save this round. JW is on the angle, however, even going to go for the peek, takes Fugly down long range. Crims with the great support, and this should be relatively easy now for Fnatic to clean this one up, 3 versus 1, but Nitro just has enough time to get the bomb down, and he might be able to do extra bits of damage here as well.
It is Nitro. He can be tricky, but he's about to be tested by the best in the world. It's his time to rise up and shine. 1 versus 3. He's got the bomb down. They're coming in 2 from CT, 1 coming top Banana. They're going to flash him off, but all he's got to do is hold the angle. But not anymore. He can't do it. They Molotov him off, and that's going to do good damage. He manages to at least pick up Flusha, but Fnatic easily get the retake, and they will get the defuse. 7-2 going to be our score, and Fnatic trying to close out on a strong half.
Yeah, I mean, the double AWP is actually quite bold on the CT side, and obviously, if you think the TT players are not going to be smoking you off a lot, and you think that they're actually going to be trying to peek you or take I don't know, control of like the middle area, then that's actually going to reward you massively. So Liquid have to be really careful about that now that Fnatic have shown their hand that they want to play this kind of a style. But equally, you know, Fnatic have this ability to just constantly switch up their styles and keep the Ts guessing. And it's going to be very hard for them to blow up plays like that, to be honest, considering that Fnatic are so good at finding the aggressive peaks. Even when they're getting smoked off, we saw the boost on the car to like look over the smoke. I haven't seen that actually before, funnily enough. And so really nice stuff here from Fnatic and Liquid. They've got the AK on Fugly and some grenades on the Dren and Nitro, so going to go for a fast play onto A right now and see if they can get a bomb planted.
And they're going to have to work it. They actually try and go toward apartments now, but Olaf's in there with the op this time, so they're changing up the angles frequently, and it might catch out Liquid. That smoke's going to go down. He catches out Daps. That's bomb, so they've got to commit to the hallway. Olaf double! Shoots right through Nafly and takes down Nitro as well, and now Pronax comes in to mop up Fugly, so Fnatic dominate this round. No chance at all, as it was just a slaughter in the hallway. Adren, all that remains, has gotten into CT spawn. We'll see if he can at least knock guns out of their hands, but that's the best he can hope for at this point.
Yeah, I mean, usually you do actually expect JW to be in that position in the apartments there with the AWP, but no, it's all of Meister lurking and playing the kind of pit balcony position, and just blew that one up. But it's hard to account for that in order to be there. That said, you know, Liquid obviously going to go. We're trying to go for like a contact play there. You know, spot a player, go in with the rush, had the nades. But this is the thing, Fnatic, they will blow up what you're doing before you get to it.
Missed that headshot too. Sorry to interrupt. He just missed an opportunity to take one gun, and unfortunately gets nothing for it. So all 5 remain for Fnatic.
So I would say that like the one round that one of the 2 rounds that they took off Fnatic so far was more or less just because JW did a bit of a misplay, just going for an aggressive peek in a spot where he really had to be defensive when his support had just been taken down. So they need to find more ways to actually exploit what Fnatic are doing here. And they know that they're running 2 AWPs. And I imagine that this is not something that they're very used to dealing with as well. So JW again on Banana.
And look at that, Crims is there to support him as well, and that fire holds them off just enough. Nafly, though, does get JW, so that's 1 AWP down, but Crims is so good, so efficient, staying alive, getting his teammates there to rotate. All he has to do is just wreak havoc and be a nuisance to Liquid as they try and come in. Meanwhile, though, Daps is doing good damage to Olaf. Back over toward top middle, so that might be an opportunity to open up some map control there because Liquid's come back in that direction. Unfortunately, it might not be an advantage at all because there's still 3 players there. And inside that smoke, they lurk. Pronax up in front of it. Might catch them off guard if he tries to go through. He's going to flash. This should be his opportunity to push. We'll see if he catches them out. He does. 1, make it 2 as he mows them down. But with the A1, not a lot of ammo left. Adren responds. And Nitro actually got Olaf on the arch side. So they still have a reasonable opportunity to come in. But watch out because Crims is coming around from CT side. So they've got to work quickly. Nitro's actually looking for him from library. But Crims is way too wise for that. You can't fool a player like Crims. So Adren, all that remains now.
And a great position here for Flusha. Just waiting to see what happens here. And Crims in a spot where he can very quickly react to either side. Perfect situation here for Fnatic. Adren has to check so many angles and he just can't clear them all in time. And that will be the round there for Fnatic as they go 9-2 now against Liquid. Looking very confident here today. And Fnatic, you know, the team that's, as you know, in Thorin's rankings, best team in the world, and rightly so. And they're showing it. And one of the reasons why Fnatic are so good, not just because they can play, you know, so many different styles here, and obviously, you know, Olaf being able to pick up the AWP as well as JW, creating lots of aggressive long-range plays and aggressive options for them. But they are so efficient in their team play setups. They are very scary and very consistent.
Look at the aggression from Fnatic in mid right now. They're going to actually pinch. They're already behind them, so they're stuck in Banana. As Flusha and JW are going to catch them off guard, making another one. And Crims closes out on Nafly. Such good awareness as they just walk in and trap them inside Banana.
And Flusha rushing down middle there a little bit. You know, they know they're keeping track of the money of their opponents. It's not something that they can see, but they understand like how the economy works so well that they always know what kind of buy Liquid are playing with. So they're responding accordingly in every round. So Fnatic on top of that as well. And Liquid now with an AWP on the Dren. Can the Dren like blow up JW or Olofmeister? Both of these guys have been trying to openly peek here. This is his chance.
Interesting note, we talked about Adren being the opera for them. This is the first time on a pro level that he's actually been the main op. Even back when he was with iBuyPower, he was never the dominant. TST was actually the first team, and oh wow, Olaf, no fear at all, pushes down Banana, gets one nade, make it now, actually JW, pardon me, picked up on that second one, but he did get the assist on Nafly.
2 AWPers pushing down Banana. You don't see that every day, but Fnatic are pulling it out here against Liquid today at the MLG X Games. And look at this map control from them. They've got almost everything. The only thing that Liquid have is apartments and second mid. This is not what Tees need to work with. They need way more than this. And Fnatic are taking every liberty that they possibly can.
Trades. Crim's so smart, falls back immediately. Fugly couldn't do anything about it, and now Pronax might just push up and to catch him off guard. In fact, he gets him with an 8 out, so an easy kill. As all 5 again remain for Fnatic. How many times have we said that this half?
I got like 2 AWPers down Banana. That's just audacious completely. Like, I hope we see more of that from Fnatic. Just, it's almost to the point of like a very, very cocky play. They know like how good they are, and they're just abusing their skill level right now. They probably feel like, hey guys, you know what? We don't even have to play the best Counter-Strike. We're just so skilled that whatever we do will work here. So. Yeah. Well, 11-2 now, Fnatic, with a blinding first half here on Inferno. Best of 1 in the group stages here.
And we'll see if losing that T-sided pistol comes back to haunt them. It's so important on Inferno because maybe they could have 5 rounds on the board, and that might be enough to work with. Again, the aggression is relentless from Fnatic all the way down. Olaf's going to get 1 with the op switch over to the CZ, and now JW pushing down Banana collects Nitro, so it's again all on Adren, and they haven't got a kill in this round either. And I think he's aware he's there. Yeah, tries to fire away through the flower pot. Doesn't make connections, but Adren trying to at least get 1 on the board now. Switches over, so he doesn't have to reload, but he's quickly going to be swarmed by Fnatic and mopped up. Although, look at the HP of Olaf and Flusha down low, so at least he has an opportunity here.
So, I mean, again, the thing about this, like the way that Inferno works, is that Inferno, like every map in CS for the T side, is about gaining as much map control as possible. That's like the first stage, almost in every single default play that you're gonna be working with. Okay, you got your map control, you've removed like information at for the CT, so they don't know where you're going to attack, and you can kind of then create more options out of that. But they can't even get to this stage because Fnatic keep pushing it, and at so many positions on the map that they can't even get any map control.
That's right.
And this has been a massive issue for them.
The only 2 rounds they won were the 2 rounds they were able to passively push up toward A and find picks, and you're right, they haven't allowed them to do that. Now in Banana again, Nafly this time though will take down JW, so they've got the 1-man advantage. We'll see how they choose to use it. Crim's still over there though, that fire's still burning away. Freaking Inferno on Inferno.
And look at this, Fnatic finally getting punished for some of these very aggressive plays without limited support here. But Crim's, as ever, locking down Banana by himself. You'd almost think that there was an army there, but no, it's just 1 man named Crims. And Olofmeister looking very, very openly for a peek as well. Once again, just very, very blunt plays here from them.
And he gets caught out for it as well. So that Galil, a nice shot by Daps. He's playing quite well in this game. Adren's going to get Crims as well. So again, they get a little bit more aggressive, even though they're a man down. He gets caught out in Banana. And this is a round that Liquid has fully in their grasp right now. Although Daps, at least he gets the information to say exactly where Flusha is. Does go down. That bomb's still not planted. Finally does go down. They've smoked off CT. They know exactly where Flusha is, but they've got to play this smart. They've got to hold it. And Adren's inside construction to be the first man, and who should come under attack.
Yeah, this is definitely a hard approach here from Flusha. He could find a couple one-on-ones here as the bomb is ticking away. That's what he needs. A quick one-on-one, a quick kill. Does spot a player. Now his position's been given up. And Liquid playing this perfectly to the book right now. And that's it. Fugly will get the round for his team. That's a 12-3 first half with Fnatic ahead. Very significantly so. And once again, I feel like Liquid were only won 1 round of those 3, where Fnatic weren't just kind of making some mistakes,
right,
but just because
and
they feel so
confident. 12-3 for some teams on a map like Inferno is recoverable, not in this matchup. I can't possibly see it. I think it's a little too out of reach right now for Liquid. They're going to have to start it off strong, though, in the halftime, though, because that pistol is the only thing that's going to help them get back into it.
Absolutely. It's definitely doable for them to recover a huge amount of rounds. I mean, it can be a very CT-sided map, but then, of course, you're up against Fnatic. These guys are insanely individually skilled here. We saw that the merit of a lot of those CT rounds were that they were kind of throwing away some of the respect that you'd give the T players normally and just saying, you know what, we're just so damn skilled, we're just going to push, we're going to play aggressively on all quarters here, and they managed to make it work. But pistol, very, very crucial here for Liquid to stay in this.
And they're going to start it off. Fnatic all heading toward alt middle. Nitro and Adren, the only ones over at A, so this is a good choice. They've made the right call, and we'll see if they can make quick work of their two opponents, although Daps is already rotating back, knowing that there hasn't been any noise at Banana, and it's only got to be one direction. There's Nitro, though, so good as he manages to take down Flusha, but there's no one back toward Pit. It's going to be Nitro playing it from a reverse angle, although Daps has gotten inside the site, so at least he can slow them down, but they really don't have any angles to hold off on Pit, so Crims is going to try and do some hard damage right now. Adren, though, still waiting inside apartments, could potentially fall back down. No, Pronax gets, or pardon me, JW gets the better of him. Pronax before that took down Nitro, and now Daps falls, so an easy bomb play coming in with only Fugly and Nafly remaining.
And definitely not the start that they needed, but Fugly and Naf might just be able to pull out a miraculous save here. Anything short of that is going to certainly spell the doom of Liquid in the next few rounds here. Naf's going to pick up a couple kills and some good damage, but still doesn't have a kit in his hands right now, so it's going to take him quite a long time to defuse the bomb if he can even get to it right now. 3 angry Swedes barreling him down with those Glocks, and that bomb is past the point of no return very soon here, and there it is. JW will take him down, and that is the pistol there for Fnatic. So they are going to receive a massive boon to their economy, and Liquid are going to be forced to, well, they'll likely pistol armor here, or they could actually go for a save, I guess, and just force it up in the next round. I mean, they've got such a horrible situation right now. There's no sugarcoating it.
So Liquid, a late announcement to the tournament, might drop an early game to Fnatic, and this for them, I mean, this tournament for them, a newer team, a newer roster, played great under the Denial roster, or pardon me, organization at ESEA land. It's all about experience. They've just got to learn from this, understand that when a team like Fnatic has confidence against them, they need to understand that the pushes and aggression are going to be there.
This could work, I mean, they've got a B-stack here, and Nitro's even rocking the mag, so they might actually be able to find a couple cheeky kills here. And we've seen many rounds get turned around from stacks like this. In goes JW with the pistol, just taking a peek, scouting it out here. He's not going to drop a really important weapon here if he does go down. He spots the stack now, so Fnatic, if they choose to, can double back to A. They know there's only one guy there, but they're just trying to exchange some blows here. Now they're going to go back after that skirmish, and they only lost JW, so this is very bad here for Liquid. Stack not paying off.
Oh, Daps was waiting inside Boiler, couldn't connect on that first shot. Does take Flusha down as he was on low HP, but the rest of the Liquid players are going to have to be so fast wrapping back around, and that bomb's already down, and they haven't secured any rifles whatsoever. Adren with 1 HP on the Spike 7 as well, so not much of a chance, but we'll see how much damage they can do. At this point, you can't just go for saves. You got to go for it.
Absolutely, and it's a 3-on-3, and they do have some armor on them, although with very limited amounts of health here and significant weapon disadvantage. So Fnatic just going to clean them up, and there you go. 14-3, Fnatic very close now. Looking at bringing themselves to map points in this this first best of 1 here for the groups. This is, of course, a very strong lineup for Fnatic. If you don't know CS and you're looking at this, Fnatic is essentially the best team in the world.
Oh, no doubt. Wow. We'll see at the end of this tournament if they can prove it again, but no doubt about it, the way they played in the latter half of 2014. It's all to do now for Liquid, trying to become a prominent name in North American Counter-Strike. I think they've established themselves, but let's see how much they can take away from this game. Dap's going to try and peek out toward middle, see if he can spot up one. He does see Flusha is there, but that's the only information he'll find. And JW, meanwhile, is headed in toward the B-bomb site. Nafly, though, makes quick work of him as he tries to lurk through the smoke. As they play passive angles, he didn't quite see them on his entry.
Yeah, once again, JW just being the scout now, and his team understand exactly where they need to push to try to do the most damage. They isolate the player on Arch by smoking off quad and give themselves like a 4-on-1. These are really nice, efficient choices being made by Fnatic on the push into this Ace bomb site here, and working as a unit as they march into that site, take control. Just Nitro now in pit is providing some problems, but in comes the flank from the back. That rotation very quick there from Liquid, actually going to allow them to have a man advantage, but Pronax will get the bomb down.
And that all came from Nitro being so efficient in pit. Oh, through the smoke. Pronax, are you kidding me? That Tech 9, so strong, and now it's a 1-on-1 with Pronax, bomb and HP advantage, and he easily takes down Nitro. Nice shot there as well. And what can he say? Yeah, Nitro, look at that, just looking so stunned. He played it so well to let his teammates flank around, and then that's how it all ends.
Yeah, I mean, this is really cool, like how fast that rotation was there. I mean, you can see that Fnatic were even surprised about it. They had all eyes focused in towards the site, and they weren't thinking about Library and Arch side. So that was quite nice, but obviously it wasn't good enough this time around. And Fnatic, they move on to match point here against Team Liquid. And this is the Group B, these two teams. So we'll have to see if Liquid are going to be able to pick themselves up in their future matches here because, well, actually, I suppose I shouldn't count them out just yet. It's a very, very long road ahead, but they are on a bye at the very least. The problem here for them is the severe lack of grenades, and this is something Fnatic understand.
Yeah, Fnatic's gone to that double hop setup again, this time on the terrorist side, so they're not shying away from it whatsoever. Crim's going to get Nitro. That's going to be the opening one on the round. And a kill for Fnatic early on the T side is such a strong advantage. That bomb's been dropped all the way back toward T-spawn, so they will have to go back for it. Yeah, it looks like Crim's is doing that now. But they've got positional advantage as they try and work in toward A. Naf's rotated out of B, sitting CT spawn for the call.
It's so scary, like, the fact that Fnatic can entry with 2 AWPs at once, JW and Olofmeister both picking up the frags. Naf coming in for the punish onto JW. He doesn't even get that. Gets headshotted by that AWP, and now Daps is going to get challenged by Flusher. Last man standing in with the duel here. Bomb planted on the other side of the map as Fnatic players disperse, all focusing on Daps here. He's going to be able to pick up Olofmeister, but can he run this gauntlet? Apparently not. 16-3, the final score. Fnatic taking their map against Team Liquid here to get some points in Group B.
So 2015, the year of Counter-Strike, all underway at the X Games. Fnatic